Hello everyone, and a very warm welcome to the Turbo Business Interview. I'm joined today by Rashid Kotwal where are you based, Rashid?
Sydney.
Sydney, in the big smoke in Sydney. Now, for those of you who don't know Rashid, you should, because he's very good at what he does. He works with business owners and managing directors in industries ranging from professional service firms, construction, manufacturing, pretty much any of those larger type firms who want to rapidly and sustainably grow their business revenue and profit. So his specialty is in creating strategies to attract and convert and retain high value clients, which is what interview is going to be about. Now, Rashid's spoken at major events around Australia on communication, leadership skills, internet marketing, social networking, and most importantly, what we're going to talk about today is lead creation. So Rashid, as I said, a very warm welcome. Our 5 minutes starts now. The subject is 3 keys to closing more high value business. What's number 1?
Okay, let me just pre-frame this for a second, Tom. We all know the importance of asking questions, but when I deal with business owners, one of the biggest issues they have is actually asking for the sale and segueing between asking questions and saying, how do I actually present my services? And they have a lot of trouble moving from one to the other. And then they suddenly get to one point and they go, well, what should I do now? And the client very often sits there and go, well, what do you want to do? Where do we go from here? And everybody's going, brrr, sort of thing. And then nothing happens. So I've got a basic rule, and there are 3 things that I do in any sales presentation. And the first one is to actually pre-frame the meeting. So when you sit down with somebody, we have to say, in our time together, I'd like to accomplish 3 things. And interestingly enough, there's nothing wrong with having this written down in front of you. You don't need to memorize this. I actually recommend people have a script in front of them, which puts structure into place.
Very professional.
And your prospect actually appreciates that structure.
Yeah.
So you say, look, I'd like to do 3 things. I'd like to find out more about you, your current circumstances, where you'd like to go, what you'd like to achieve. Then I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself. And then I'd like to present a possible solution if we are a good fit. Now, by doing this, you've already set the agenda. They know that if they're going to be a good fit, you are going to present a solution.
Very clear intention.
It's very clear intention, and that is one of the keys. The second, sorry,
No, I love the structure of that. It's transparent, it's open, it's clear, it's professional. Everyone knows why you're there and what the agenda is. So what's number 2 then?
Okay, number 2, following on from that, is remember that you as the salesperson or the person presenting the solution controls the structure. They control the content, which means they tell you what's important to them, but you control how this thing flows. And your job is to keep moving it down the path to where you want to take them, rather than them going off in all sorts of different tangents. Now, always remember that we buy on emotion and we justify with logic. And I don't care who you are, we all buy on emotion. Therefore, your job is to find out what is important to them emotionally, and then show them how you can help them achieve it.
So some people are going to listen to 2.5 minutes left. Some people are going to ask, well, how do I draw out their emotions?
Okay. So my standard question when I start with any meeting is, why are we here? I don't presume, I ask them. And even if they say, well, you made the phone call, it doesn't matter. I will still say, well, you accepted the meeting. So what was going on in your mind to make you want to accept this meeting? And what are you hoping to get out of this? So why are we here? What are you looking for? And when they give you an answer, let's say I work with a lot of financial planners. So let's say, look, I want to secure my retirement. Okay. So why is that important to you? What are you looking for in that retirement? Oh, I want to go traveling. Well, why is that important to you? Tell me more. Your job is to delve down more and more deeply until you get to a core emotion or emotions, and then link that emotion back to the services that you're going to present. Now, once you've done that, and you need to write this down because words have meaning. You need to parrot back to them exactly what they say in the language that they use. Do not paraphrase. This is one of the biggest mistakes I see people make. Your fun is not my enjoyment, for example. All right. So once you've done that, you can show them how you can help them get it, and you then say, look, let me present my services. Now, before I do that, I'll have a piece of paper that says, before we continue, can you tell me the most valuable thing that you have got out of this session? Now, why we do this is because it gets them back into thinking about all of the things that they've told us. Once again, we want to get them back into those core emotions. And then you transition into presenting your services. And then I'll say something like this. I just wanted to let you know that the challenges you mentioned are very common. I've helped lots of people in similar circumstances achieve whatever it is that they want to achieve. Can I tell you how it works?
Okay, 34 seconds.
34 seconds, okay? Once you've done that, you ask them what the future pace is going to be. What is the future going to look like? And the last critical point is never leave a meeting without booking another meeting. This is the biggest mistake I see people make. Don't say, let me get back to you. Get a date and a time and call them.
Perfect. At www.revealedresources.com for more information about Rashid's work. That's revealedresources.com. Rashid, thanks so much for such a succinct and powerful presentation.
Thank you, Tom. Been a pleasure.